So we have multiples of hazards associated with poultry farm workers. Some of the hazards we have physical hazards, chemical hazards, biological hazards, economic hazards, and also we have the physiological hazards. First of all, I'd like us to know what is physical hazards. These physical hazards, these are hazards that their impact can be felt immediately or within a short period of time. Some of these physical hazards include noise, light, heat radiation, or poor ventilation. Also, it can be pressure and physical accidents. Chemical hazards. Chemical hazards are toxic substances that they can be liquid, solid, or gaseous form. So some of these chemicals, when we come in contact with, is capable of causing harm or health effects to the poultry farm workers. And they can come in contact with these chemicals through inhalation, through skin contact, and also through injection. We also have the biological hazards. These are hazards that are associated with poor hygiene and poor sanitation within the environment, within the working place environment, like the presence of viruses, bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and termites. We also have ergonomic hazards. The ergonomic hazard, this is the relationship between workers and their machineries being used in the process. For example, we have the incubator machine. The incubator has a radiation that is igniting a heat energy coming out of it. So the direct heat coming out of that incubator, it has health effects on the poultry farm workers. We also have the physiological hazards. The physiological hazards involve stress, anxiety, poor ventilation, and poor welfare. And this affects the poultry farm workers through their social well-being, and also it affects them emotionally.
We went there to assess the poultry in order to know the hazard associated with the poultry. We now advise them to follow the right protocols in order to have a safety poultry.
We visited 15 poultries, so I'm starting from poultry 1. The poultry 1, identification of hazards. We identify the hazards which are found in the poultry, which are disease transmission, respiratory disease, skin reaction. The type of structure that is being built, the poultry being built is a type C building, and the ventilation is true ventilation for the poultry 1. And source of water, they use well to get water in order to feed their birds in the poultry. The users dictated was stop well, floating pipes, unpleasant odors in the poultry due to the smell, the excreta that are coming from the bird. Then method of excreta disposal. The method they normally use as manual in the poultry. So we move the poultry to identification of hazardous grasses. They were adding overgrown grasses within the poultry. And the source of water, they use tank and well. They have a borehole there, but they said they also have a well. So once the borehole is having an issue, they use the well to get their water in order to get. And source of lighting, they normally use generator. They use generator power and give the birds lighting at night. Almost all the poultry are having the same, the same method. So
I'm going to talk about the disease associated with poultry farm. We have avian influenza, we have Newcastle disease, we have infectious bronchitis, and we have Marek's disease. And recommendation that is in the poultry here, they should educate their workers or owners of the poultry, managers. They should educate them on how to go about the poultry farm. And then hazards, they should also educate them on the hazards that are associated and that can be gotten from poultry. Also tell them
what they should have in the poultry, and also how to maintain the poultry. Provide personal protective equipment, that's the PPE. Ensure that all workers have access to the use of appropriate PPE. Like there are some, like most places that we went to, maybe they will be having nose masks and then no hand gloves or no overall. There, and we advise them to provide one for themselves to avoid contamination and spread of disease. People that are working in the poultry, they should make sure they undergo training, not just that if you go, you are looking for a job and then you just apply and then you just carry to start working in their poultry. You should undergo training before working in the poultry. The third one, develop and validate safety assessment tools. Create and validate tools for assessing safety risks and hazards in poultry farms. That is, tools that are using in the poultry should be safety for their workers, so that you do not have issue on human health.